All right, Shadow, pick up. Which one? That one?
Hello, everyone.
Hey, everyone, welcome to TFT Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Catman.
Mr.
Oberon.
And the Banshee. Hi, good to see everybody. Look at this crowd. Wow.
Yeah, fantastic.
Hey, typical Sunday. Glad you all could make it.
Thank you.
I am shuffling away here. We had a bit of excitement here in Michigan, a lot of storms last night. Thankfully, most of them avoided us except for the rain, and we did get a little flooding in our basement.
Tornadoes were reported.
Maybe up to 3. It's hard to say. One was a water spout, but rumors were that it came on land. There was definitely damage in different areas. So we're grateful, and also lots of flooding, so we could have done much worse. So I'm really grateful we managed to escape again. Mr. O, Ancestor Spirit Oracle I brought out today.
Mm-hmm.
A deck I like. High Apple and Eve, Yellow, Mama T, Divine You, Libra Cusp, Afshan. I see my sweet Christina's here, Laura. Did I mention Laura? Probably. If I've left anybody out, sorry.
Speak now or
No,
soon.
I have the list. I have the list in order. Don't worry. It's just saying hi.
And you can't quite see him, but Mr. Sunman is just totally doting on me here. And of course, the fur is flying because I'm petting him, and all that little hair just flies up. He just
Better
constantly...
him by you than me. I need the shuffle space.
I see.
All right, Mr. O, but you can draw a card.
Can I?
Maybe. Will Sunny let you? I don't know. They're pretty... Yeah.
Thick.
Did you just get one?
Yes, I did.
And it's a knight.
It is a knight.
Wow.
Am I supposed to know what knight it is?
What does it say?
Persist, encourage, advance.
Wasn't
Go
there...
after your goals.
That's what I needed. Go after your goals.
All right.
Yes, and it does say persistent courage and advance. So this is kind of from the, it looks like, it's relating to the Scottish throne and Scottish independence, 1274-ish. And so the ancestor would like to speak, and the ancestor says, take charge and move forward in your life. The universe is encouraging you to pursue something that is important to you. It doesn't matter how big or small it is, go after it. You have been consciously working on yourself and are now ready to take on anything you want to achieve. Do not hesitate. Take this card as a sign that you can do more and be more. Stand up for your beliefs, stand your ground, and do not be swayed by opposing ideologies. And the divinatory meaning on the card is, just as the universe endeavors to raise your spirits, it's time for you to encourage and inspire others. A little positivity goes a long way. Try to support your loved ones, friends, or anyone you come in contact with. You may not realize how much it means to a person to have someone believe in them. A kind word can keep someone going through hard times so they too can reach their goals. I like it. And speaking of positive words, maybe it's a good time to promote the positive show, the TFT Happy Hour. We have we do have a date and time for this week, I think.
So a lottery ticket is a goal, Mama T.
Absolutely, Mama T.
Especially for this one.
Well, you can go win.
So when is that happy hour going to be?
Well,
it's
going to be Friday at the lunch hour. Are we going to do 11:30 this time like we were trying?
I guess so. We could even do noon though, couldn't we?
We could.
Let's do noon to 1 maybe.
You think so?
Sure.
I was gonna, well,
Okay, it's up to you.
noon to 1. Noon to 1 it is.
All right.
Okay. So
That's
noon to 1
this
Friday,
next Friday.
will be our next happy hour. And rumor has it our final one that's hopping around might be on a Monday. But we have to check into that
Right.
for the appropriate time. But this week it's Friday. All right.
So then I have my
you got?
3 decks. The Karma Music Tarot. And that's the Knight of Swords.
Okay.
And then I have the Tarot of the Northern Shadows. And that's
Nice.
the King of Cups. What?
I said nice.
And then I have the rather new Millennium Thoth Tarot. And that's the Prince of Pentacles.
Which I too also like.
Thank you. And you?
Okay. I have the Fairy, Mystic Fairy, I think it is, Tarot by Barbara Moore. And which card did I hand you there?
Justice.
A very nice deck. I also have the Magic Dog Tarots. We're still doing the dog days of summer. This is the 9 of Swords in that deck, the 9 of Sky.
Aw, poor little Poochie. Worried about the storm.
Our cats sure were last night.
Yeah,
You
they
know
were a
what?
little
We only
intimidated.
had 1 or 2 peals of thunder. That was it. So, like I said, we
lucked
mostly
out.
just got the rain. And then, okay, so I showed the mermaids. I showed the other dogs. I didn't show the mermaids, did I?
No, you did not.
So we have the Mermaid Tarot by Lisa Robertson, I think, or Amber Weatherstone.
And
Oh
that
boy,
is
I'm
the High
forgetting.
Priestess.
But at any rate, beautiful cards.
And Sunny's tail is wobbling around here.
And finally, I have the Wise Dog Tarot by MJ Cullinan. And didn't you see that MJ Cullinan is doing another deck that looks really interesting? Think we're going to be getting it.
Yes, it's kind of Nordic mythology based.
Yeah.
So it's very
Looks
cool.
Beautiful. So very excited about that one. Might be supporting that deck. I'm not sure if it's on Kickstarter yet or where, but looks very, very
And
interesting.
I see your comment, my sweet, and I can only say, oh, let's not harp on that. And of course,
HARP is about weather manipulation.
harp is about weather manipulation by sound devices. HAARP. You can look it up. It is actual, physical, real thing.
And if
Government.
you like our backdrop, I just got that from spellfire.com. I just love the idea of getting the cats. It's so awesome. It'll make a
Yes.
nice Halloween, but actually, really year round. Who doesn't like a black cat? Come on.
Well, you shouldn't ask if you don't want to
Yeah,
really know.
I guess that's true. Hey, KC.
Hi,
And hey, I
Casey.
see Sonu popped in as well. Get you on the list. Hey, KC. Are you going to be around after your birthday? Maybe next Sunday? Do be here. We'll do the birthday reading for you.
All right,
All right. Are we ready to go? I'm going
We
to go
should
over
be.
the list.
go over the list.
Well, my sweet Christina, you made it first, and then we have Afshan, Libra Cusp, Mama T, Divine You, YOLO, Apple and Eve. Excuse me. Boy, my throat is bad lately. Laura, Sonu, and KC.
All right.
All right. And that's why I have some cough drops here, because I think I need them.
I see.
All right, my sweet, you can go ahead with your question.
My glasses are a little smudgy, but I think
Yay!
I can see.
Good to hear you're here all August, KC. Good to have you back. Stop in anytime you can on your school. months, but obviously I know you'll be busy. My son went back to school, so he's going back. He's studying cybersecurity. We're really happy about that.
Maybe he can help us out with some of those cranky people that we get that show up
No.
and saying naughty things or not nice things. All right.
Oh, that was your question. The machine similar to Wilhelm Reich's weather machine.
I see. Well, that sounds like a good yes or no to start, right?
But who are they?
Who are they indeed?
Let's see. Let's see what we get, my sweet.
So we use the Tarot of the North Shadows.
How do you want to do that? A yes, no, or how?
We'll start with that at least, yeah. Sun Man. So I usually have the camera view so that we don't see Sunny on the table because I like to see our wonderful backdrop that Mama T had made and sent to us.
Well, you can't see Sunny at all. I'm holding up the mouse.
Well, I could tip it down, but then you wouldn't see the backdrop. So.
Well.
Which
Sunny
cat do
is
you want to
only
see?
imagining that he's on camera.
Which
then.
cat do you want to see? The TFT logo cat or Sunny?
Good question.
Hi, Libra Cusp.
Hey, Libra Cusp.
Look at that, we're up to 9. Woohoo. 8. Just changed.
It fluctuates, Mr. O.
I know.
I paid no heed.
Indeed. Okay.
So, we're less than a month away now from my... we're about a month away, okay. From my car contest.
That's right. We hope you win a new car.
No. We know I'm winning the new car.
Okay.
The car is mine.
Are they using a machine similar to Reich's weather machine to manipulate the weather?
Okay, here comes the mouse again. I'll just be playing with Sunny here. Don't mind me. Keeping him occupied. Oh, Mr. O searches for aces. Don't let that mouse dive bomb you. Go get him. Go get him. There you go. Now you got him.
Well, my sweet, I am a believer in some of these kind of things, but the cards say it's not as likely that the answer is yes. We do have the one ace that shows up, but our other two cards are Strength reversed, and then we have the Three of Discs or Three of Pentacles. That one's upright.
Wow, that's some kind of a mixed bag. Well,
So-
I really think it is not likely they are doing it. They've decided not to force things that way.
But it is
that's-
about a lot of skill, perhaps,
what-
and a not nice use of force.
Well, that's not necessarily. I don't always look at it that way. Sometimes I look at it as maybe more force needs to be applied. But I agree. It is like, well, I'm going to let you go. You must have an idea here. You just interrupted me.
Well, I don't think the cards support this idea out there, but I think that from what I've read about the harp thing, it's just the kind of thing that I guess they wish that a lot of people didn't know a lot about. Because it feeds the idea of a conspiracy. So, I don't know. I think that this is saying most likely no, but maybe there's something more to find out. Maybe somebody who has more talent may know something about this. I I never like strength reversed necessarily, so I'm not really sure what to say.
Well, strength reverse to me, I don't know. It just depends on context, and it's interesting because of the card next to it so positive. So I kind of get the feeling that maybe they're looking for ways to manipulate the weather, but possibly in a more positive way. I mean, for more positive results as opposed to negative ones. In other words, to how should I say this? To have weather warfare. I feel instead, perhaps there might be some people out there who are more seriously trying to work on manipulating the climate and the weather because of the mess we've made of it with global warming.
Calling Dr. Frankenstein, we're checking on your experiment. Yes, we know that you thought it was for mankind, but...
Right, these things, whether they're to help or not, and maybe that's another aspect of looking at this, Mr. O. Maybe some of the things that people think they're working on, weather-wise, for the greater good, do have negative implications, which is why strength is reversed there. I mean, really, should we be trying to manipulate the weather to, accommodate our wasteful and, non-environmental friendly ways that we live? Or should we change the way we live to be in more accord with the planet? I mean, I guess that's the question to me.
Well, I'm not ready to open up an hour-long discussion on conspiracies, but I would be your guy for that, perhaps. I do feel that, all governments have a vested right in keeping certain proprietary secrets.
Oh, see what Divine you're saying?
Oh, thank you.
I drew the stars, which is very interesting. We'll talk about that.
Oh. I'm supposed to pull one.
O forgets.
Birds. Now, how would we apply this?
Well, it is an interesting combination here. The stars, to me, means the atmosphere or beyond. They're doing all this space stuff. And you got to wonder, too, if they are doing any manipulation or thinking about it, if it doesn't involve things they're doing with satellite technology or something like that.
Well, I'm thinking of the birds being gossip, and maybe the thing is that all of these things sort of control social narratives because they're gossipy, and we don't know what's true, but we like circulating them around. So gossip really can serve more than one purpose, and they're not always good purposes. Sometimes gossip keeps people from saying certain things because they know others will gossip about them. But sometimes the idea of innuendo and rumor harbors fear and maybe controls people or narratives in that respect.
Yeah,
I'm
like
deep enough for the day, okay?
I like that, and I think that personally, maybe the birds and the stars together are just trying to say that, a lot of people, I think worldwide, really do believe there may be some conspiracies going on with, weather manipulation. And so maybe that's talking about the fact that a lot of people, my sweet, probably believe this to be true. It's not just Mr. O and you. And really, I go back and forth. I certainly believe they have the means to do some of this stuff, clearly, but I'm just not so sure that they want to go there.
Well, a current narrative seems to indicate that it is felt that Exxon and certain fossil fuel companies knew about climate change 20, 30, or more years ago. And so one could wonder if maybe some of the governmental technologies were more about trying to control those adverse effects. I'm just saying that as a possible positive, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to say, my sweet, but I would definitely say it's leaning towards no, and I feel like they ought to really be applying themselves to the greater good and, trying to figure out how we're going to survive these climatary changes going on. So that's what we have for that question. That was a good one, my sweet. Thank you for that.
Thank you for that.
We have Afshan, Libra, Cusp, Mama T, Divine You, Yolo, Apple and Eve, Laura, Sonu, and KC.
What the heck? There's like 12 or 13 people there watching us. Awesome.
Yeah, and if I've missed anybody or anybody wants to get on the list who's watching, let me know.
Yeah, if you're just watching but you want a question answered, you'll have to pipe up.
All right.
And you're welcome, my sweet. So Afshan is next, and you can go ahead and ask for a general question or post, general reading or post a question.
So remember, our happy hour is a single card draw. When we do those,
We can kind of whip through a crowd.
So next Friday, we'll be doing single card positive messages from Spirit for everybody during the day.
Okay, and I believe we have that question in from Afshan. How the future husband going to treat you in the first 6 months of married life. So that would be your deck then. And thank you for the question.
Oops.
What? I heard that meow. I heard you meow at me. Oh, look at that. You're moving our table. Stop it. Get the tail out of there.
Oh, thank you. Don't forget to like everybody.
More likes.
Hey there, itinerant librarian Angel Rivera. Hi there. Did you just pop in or have you been there a while? I think you might have just popped in.
Well, we got a great crowd today, so let's keep rolling on. Thanks to everybody for coming. 222.
Yeah, I know I'm torn. I almost wanted to bail because I've been watching the Olympics. And by the way, Casey, I saw the Estonian team in the opening ceremony there, and I thought of you. So,
It's nice to see the world come together for this. I always like that part of it. But
well, I love the opening ceremony because in my mind, it's just another ritual. It's very ritualistic. I love the lighting of the torch, the whole ceremony of that, the different dance techniques and singing and song and the cultural lessons you get in this year's Japanese culture. I really enjoy it. All right. Let's see what we have for Afshan. Well,
Thank you, Libra. That's very kind of you. Thank you.
Thank you. Yay for Estonia. And I saw some
Thank you,
team,
Divine.
Wish I could remember which one it was. It might have been an African nation. Tanzania, maybe? Somebody won a swimming gold medal for their country, and I think it's the first gold medal they've ever won. That kind of thing makes me feel good, It's really great, when other countries can finally get, some recognition from some of their great athletes. You may go.
I know. I'm trying to do too many things at once. What card is this?
I was thinking you were going to say what it was. Page of?
But you're the one that turned them, so you should know what they are. It's the reversed Page of Swords.
Thank you. Queen of Pentacles.
Reversed Queen of Pentacles.
And we have the Hierophant upright.
Oh, I love this one. The Hierophant, and it's upright.
Well, I would just say this, Afshan, at the beginning of relationships, sometimes things have to be worked out. The Page of Swords reversed indicates to me that, communication's going to be key in how you communicate with one another. And, there might be some bumps along the way. I would just say, just be sure, that your partner is listening to you and vice versa, that you listen to them. Maybe they might feel, or you might feel that they aren't listening to you. That's one thing. And so it might bring it down a little bit. It might, it might cause... Also, I feel, too, with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, that, don't get yourself too... don't get yourself... How should I say this? Too... Maybe I'll have to let you go with that. I'll stop with the swords for a minute. I got to gather my thoughts.
Okay, a lot of what I assume perhaps that this is the first marriage for both of you and that it is new, it's a younger marriage. So I do feel that this Hierophant sort of represents the idea that there's a bit of structure there, there's a bit of adherence to traditions per your country or your culture, but I sort of find that maybe due to, inexperience or something like that. The Page of Swords sort of represents a sense of maybe a little bit of awkwardness, a little bit of shyness or clumsiness, maybe not quite understanding the moves to make or how to do that. So I don't see anything malicious there, just maybe absence of knowledge or protocol, perhaps. The Queen of Pentacles maybe suggests that there is also maybe a sense that they adhere to that traditional thing so that if there's a certain dynamic gender-wise where men do certain things, women do other things, that kind of thing, that attitude may come to you, or may be impressed upon you that you need to work with a cultural protocol perhaps. But I don't see anything that really bespeaks actual malicious treatment of any sort. So in other words, sort of general treatment, nothing really overly loving or overly negative.
Well, so I like what you said about the Page of Swords, although some of it's escaped me now, but it's similar in that, I because pages speak to newness, the whole newness of the situation. So you really have to come to terms with communication, and communication is very, very important in a marriage. So you have to make sure that, you're each listening to each other and understanding each other. And I feel here that, I don't know why, when I see that Queen of Pentacles, I'm thinking more in terms of you, Afshan, that I don't want to see you, kind of getting yourself sick or worn out by trying to be too pleasing. Don't worry, in these early stages of the marriage too much, and don't try to overdo it. I think basically is what I'd say, watch your health and, pay attention to your own self and your own needs. Sometimes we worry so much about pleasing our partner, we forget about ourselves. And that Hierophant there indicates to me almost exactly what he says. This is a marriage that's going to be very traditional. It's going to have a lot of ties to cultural or traditional norms. And I think it's solid. I just think the fact that the Hierophant's there is a good sign.
I think there's room for either of the persons to grow and to become a little bit more graceful in how they enact into the marriage going forward. Like I said, this card to me just sort of signifies the sense that there's a little bit of awkwardness because it's a very new experience perhaps for both of you, and that maybe those cultural paradigms sort of maybe cause room for pause.
Cause and pause? Are
Pause
you rhyming
pause.
today? Pause for a cause? You're supposed to go first this time.
I am. So here's the Lenormand for you too, Afshan. Okay, so it's a very good card. It's the Star. It's a Lenormand tile that we have. Hi, Angel Mary.
So
And then also there is the Whip.
So it's the stars again?
The Stars and the Whip.
Well, you know what? I think this is really, personally, I think it's positive.
Yes.
I feel that it's going to move fastly into a phase where you feel a sense of hope and contentment with this marriage. I feel that, or your partner will be, and I feel that it's very positive. It's going to move in a very good direction, success and hopeful.
Yes, I see a sudden move or moving into the marriage, maybe within that 6-month frame, that actually, to me, talks about the taking on of maybe a really serious project of some sort. Maybe the Star just describes the marriage that really you fine-tune yourselves to each other, and it happens more quickly than not. Because I do feel that there's nothing essentially negative other than just maybe social, cultural baggage that maybe you will dispense of. You know, once you realize you two are partners, then it doesn't really matter what other people around you say, as long as you know you trust each other and you believe in each other, the light of the star.
You know, I will say that sometimes, a lot of times, depending on what it's paired with, Afshan, the whip can indicate some aggressiveness and some. So, you know, I'm just going to say that, there might be some stress in the marriage in the beginning, but ultimately, I feel there's hope and success for the future. You know, it's always a little bit bumpy in the beginning.
And it could very well be that maybe this is just going to take you by surprise, that this move is so swift and sudden, and that maybe, there's some quick thinking. You might have to change a few other things that were going on because this is like a destiny and you realize it. So maybe it's not so much aggression as just fast paced, and it just sort of pulls you along in a way.
So just be careful about the communication issues. I think that's going to be the key. Communication.
Right.
Yeah.
But mostly it looks okay.
I mean, I think it looks okay. I don't see anything totally earth-shaking here. Other than be sure not just to take care of your partner, but you're taking care of yourself as well. And that's what we have for you. Oh, take care, my sweet. We'll see you later.
All right, my sweet. Thanks for showing up.
Okay, so that was Afshan's reading. We are moving on to Libra Cusp now.
And I believe they posted.
And Libra, you have posted? Yes, you have. Okay, so then after Libra will be Mama T, Divine You, Yolo, Apple and Eve, Laura, Sonu, Casey, Angel Rivera, and Angel Mary. Hi to you, Angel Mary. I've got your lantern.
So it's mine again. I'm going to use the Millennium Thoth for Libra's reading.
Love you too, Afshan. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I want to thank Divine very much for your donation. I did check the PayPal. Really very sweet of you. Very much appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Did we just get a donation?
It didn't show on there, but we did get one from her because she asked me to check PayPal.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. Sorry it didn't show up.
Well, if you donate on one link, it will show up on our stream, and then the other link just goes to PayPal, and we get a notification in another way, usually by checking Gmail or PayPal. Mm-hmm. But we appreciate that. We love everybody who's given us such wonderful advice, wonderful feedback, the donations, the little gifts along the way.
I'm wearing Mama T's right now, as Mama T might notice. Did the roses today, Mama T?
The wonderful things that some of you say about us really so warms my heart. Thank you.
Oh, you're turning red, Mr. O.
Am I?
A little
It's a
bit.
Scorpio thing. Are you sure?
Well, maybe.
Hello there, Sunman.
Maybe.
I'm blushing. I do that. I actually am a blusher.
Okay, we were very bad yesterday. We ate all of our Krispy Kreme donuts.
3 of them each. And then later on, someone said, go get a chocolate shake.
You didn't have to tell that part.
Well, I didn't say who that someone was, but you've just outed yourself. So
it was
off
a bad
I went.
day. We
So
will
off
not
I
repeat
went.
that.
And I'm still not going into restaurants or stores to order most things. I'll do a pickup there, but I'm not going to go in to eat or necessarily order it there. So I said, I'm going to the drive-through Burger King. Their shakes are okay. But every time I go to Burger King for a shake, we're sorry, our shake machine doesn't work. So I went to Baskin-Robbins 31.
Okay, whatever.
I loved it.
I don't. The people they have there do not know how to make a good shake. That's just all I'm going to say. They don't.
Okay, Libra, we have it. And we have the upright Queen of Swords. A little bit ghastly there with that head in her hand.
Ooh.
Take no prisoners.
Wow. Yeah, Queen of Swords means business.
Oh dear, we have more swords. 10 of Swords.
Uh-oh, upright.
Upright. And then we have the reversed Prince of Cups, and the Prince would be like the Knight of Cups.
Wow.
So,
Gee, Libra.
You know, it's almost like there's somebody who's the queen, there's somebody who's the prince, the knight, or there's just sort of this dichotomy between that Ten of Swords there.
I must respond to Divine You, though, because I agree. They do melt in your mouth.
Yes, they do.
They were awesome.
You know, Krispy Kremes only came to the Detroit market a little less than 20 years ago, I believe. And I've loved every second of it.
I don't know. You ate them that much, Mr. O.
Because they were at work, and I just didn't tell you that my staff partners were bringing them in. Well, it wasn't like I was going to have any to bring back to you. Okay, let's get back to Libra here.
Yep. Well, Libra, this is kind of rough here. What's going on? You know, when I see that card, that Queen of Swords holding that head, it's almost as if with these other cards there, you kind of feel like chopping off someone's head.
Talking about tough, important decisions that maybe you won't feel good about, but you know you might have to do.
Yeah. And it's saying, but once it's done, it's done. You know, I suppose if you chop off somebody's head, it really is done. But I think basically it's saying that, you know, you're going to have to go through some little, it just looks like some kind of emotional upheaval here between people. And I don't know, didn't we kind of allude to that in your last reading a little bit? That something was going on? It looks like this might be relating to that.
The thought that comes to my head is that reverse Knight or Prince of Cups represents the final part of an emotional situation that is moving away from you and maybe was painful or caused stress or disarray in your environment. And that maybe what the Ten of Swords is saying is that it had to come to blows on some level, maybe emotional blows or no means no kind of stuff, you know, where perhaps something had to be said, some line had to be drawn across somebody's neck and shoulders. But it's really about maybe, I think, getting rid of something you needed to get rid of. It's probably been going on for a little while. It may not have been the most prevalent thing going on for you because you had, you know, work situations or other situations, but it's finally now looking like you're moving away and you've pretty much have put that line in the sand, I think.
Well, or you're going to be, because I feel like you're cutting ties with something here, and it can only make things better for you. You know, it'll finally maybe balance your emotions, you know, which seems to be, they're not doing very well there. Is the Prince tonight, you said?
I believe it's the night.
Yeah, it's the night. And it's just something you've got to do. You got to do what you got to do.
But I'm going to say that I think that the Ten of Swords means the worst of it is over or will be in this scenario.
Once you do it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
So let's pull our Lenormand then. I like Dunkin' Donuts too. They're not bad.
They're not bad, but my favorite donuts of all time was in the little Polish enclave, used to be of Hamtramck, and they used to have a Kowalski's Deli, and they had a bakery in there that made the best chocolate donuts I've ever had.
Were those
chocolate
Sanders?
Frosted? No, they were Oza Bakery.
Oh, I remember Oza Bakery, yes.
And any of the bakeries in Hamtramck today have some of the best donuts ever. The best cinnamon rolls I've ever had. The best punchkis, if you're into punchkis.
It's very ethnic kind of, you know, it's a mix
Why
of Polish.
is the star coming up for both of us? I really dug in there. And was I first? So that's the first one.
Okay, Libra, for the third time now, for somebody, we have pulled a star. So,
Yeah.
you know, everybody gets a little bit of destiny and hope today.
With what, though? Oh.
Well, the coffin. I'm going to let you speak first because you're better on this particular combination.
Well, I'm just going to say that whatever you're going through with this, it's just going to seem like you're going to feel as though hope is lost, you know, but it's not really true. I feel that with the Ten of Swords upright and that sun in the background, you know, this is something you need to do, and it doesn't make you feel good doing it, but, you know, so you feel like, oh, all hope is lost, but don't feel that way.
Well, maybe it's possible that this was a different dream that you had come to realize was not the right dream, and so it is okay for this one to be lost or to be altered if that is the possibility there that maybe some of this was a better situation once, but it just changed,
Well,
or
that's a good point.
it needed another decision to be made. It needed to come to an end. There
well,
was
that's
harm.
a good point too. It might be saying maybe something that you thought was a good thing, really has to come to an end. It wasn't as good as you thought it was. I could see that.
And so that could have pertained to your recent work experience, but more likely it pertains to other matters about your overall